Hello Kaiju fans, Maxilla here. Now, this is a very different type of video for me to be making. I wanted to get something out today, but I really didn't know what to post. So, today, if you're wondering what we're doing, today we're going to be looking at the Wikizilla page for the list of Godzilla bootlegs, which, means just like counterfeit knockoff Godzilla merchandise and stuff. And I got the idea from a comment on this page saying, somebody should make a video going through this page and laughing about it. And I was like, hey, that's an easy video for me to make. That would require very minimal effort. And I didn't want to spend all day editing a video, so I'm just gonna wing it, go completely unscripted. Probably gonna stutter like a million times, but I don't really care. This is an extremely low effort video for me to make anyway. Now, I'm also gonna say just a couple disclaimers. First of all, this isn't my first time seeing any of this stuff. I've went through this page a couple times before in the past, but I haven't went through it in a while, so there are probably a lot of changes and new things that I haven't seen yet. I mean, I can already think of a couple items I've seen on this page that I'm ready to talk about. There are some very funny and interesting things on here. And speaking of funny and interesting things, that's really all I'm going to be talking about, because there's a lot of stuff on this page. It goes into a lot of detail. If I spent all day talking about each individual bootleg, we would be here all day. So I'm only going to go through like the funny and like weird and interesting stuff, because if I just, went into depth about like a bootleg movie monster series figure, I mean, it's not really gonna... It's gonna get boring, and this video is gonna be like an hour long, and like I said, I don't want to spend all day editing today. I just wanted to post something funny, like something funny for you guys. Sorry for the stuttering. Again, this is going completely unscripted. So, I guess without further ado, let me just get into this. Start here. It says, Dor Mei Toys in the late 1990s, Dor Mei, or Dor Mei, however you say it, produced several unlicensed Godzilla figures ranging in the 12 to 15-inch scale. The most notable feature of these figures was the lack of Godzilla's signature dorsal fins. A bootleg Gigan was also produced. Okay, so these mainly look like bootlegs of the Imperial figure. If you've seen that, you would know what I'm talking about. I don't know what this is. This is an abomination. That is Godzilla's body with a T-Rex head. This is horrendous. No. Yeah, you kind of get the gist of these. These are just like bootleg Notzillas. That's the most Godzilla looking one out of all these, to be honest. Yeah, here we go. This is the Gigan. This is really weird, because like, yeah, you can see it's supposed to be Gigan, but he's missing all of like the cybernetic features. He doesn't have the chainsaw or the buzzsaw on his chest, doesn't have the claws, doesn't have the visor. It's so weird. It's like a what if, like a what if Gigan. It's so strange. And we got another one in a different color too. This one looks like he's seen some things. And I think, yeah, it says Winged Godzilla. I don't know what this is supposed to be. This looks like some kind of Ultraman monster. Next up we got the Uncanny Embryo. The Uncanny Embryo is a bootleg of the 1996 deluxe battery-operated Mothra larva by Bandai Japan. There is a brown variation, a peach-pink variation, and a green variation. Yeah, there we go. The box art features a xenomorph from the Alien film series. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. It's like a bootleg remote control Mothra, as the description was saying. Instead of Mothra, they call it the Uncanny Embryo, which is very strange. What a name. And again, yeah, they feature the xenomorph from Alien, so yeah, it doesn't look anything like it. Creep in dark. Creep in dark. This is hilarious. Yeah, I don't know why the xenomorph is there. I don't know why it says creep in dark. Okay, these bootlegs right here. This is something I want to talk about. If you were a Godzilla fan growing up in like the 2000s to 2010s, you probably had some of these. These are bootlegs of the little miniature Gashapon Godzilla high-grade figures that Bandai put out in like the 90s, and I think they're still doing it today. Yeah, like they had all these different colored variations of Godzilla. There's like Zilla or Godzilla 98, Showa Mecha Godzilla, Gigan, Godzilla Jr. You get the gist. These were made of the cheapest plastic known to man, and they broke very easily. But I didn't care. I love these little things. I brought them everywhere. I think I remember just, like, keeping a jar of them. like a small jar to carry all of them. I would, like, take them to my grandparents' house. Yeah, I think that this was the exact set I had. I had all of these except for this one, like the regular Godzilla. I had all these weird burning Godzilla variants. Except for maybe this blue one. I don't remember having that one. But yeah, I don't have this one. I didn't get the regular Godzilla, but I think I had all of these other ones. And I still have some of these lying around. I have the Zilla, I have Anguirus, Mechagodzilla, Gigant, and Godzilla Jr. I have that entire top row. Like, I still keep those on my shelf. Okay, now I wanted to talk about this. These are bootlegs of, like, the Bandai 12-inch Kiryu and Godzilla 2004. I never had the Godzilla 2004, but I do have the 12-inch Kiryu. I got that this year. I don't know why they got legendary Godzilla box art here. That's strange. Oh, no, wait. It's Godzilla. Godzilla, guys. It's not Godzilla. It's Godzilla. What I wanted to talk about is I saw, like, this thing. What are you? What is this? His head is tiny. I don't know what this thing is. Like a speaker? Like a light? I don't know, but this is hilarious. Pinhead Godzilla. Yeah, I don't know what this is supposed to be. It looks like Red King from Ultraman. Okay, now these I wanted to talk about. These are bootlegs of the, little figures that came in this board game called, like, Godzilla Kaiju World Wars, I think. Yeah, these are hilarious. The Godzilla in the King Ghidorah aren't that bad. It's the Rodan and the Gigan I want to talk about. Yeah, these are supposed to be figures of that. Like, these are supposed to be bootleg versions of this. Yeah, they look absolutely nothing alike. Yeah, here we go. What is happening with this Gigan? First of all, he's got hands. Why? Why does he have hands? They're so elongated and weird. His wings, he's got, like, 2 wings that are, like, spread out, and, like, the third one is just gone. And the funniest part of all is he's got ears. He's got, like a headband instead of a visor, and they gave him regular eyes. This is horrifying. Yeah, Rodan ain't much better either. I mean, it doesn't look that bad from afar, but then you zoom up and realize he's got a horse head. That is straight up a horse. That's a horse. You ever wanted to see horse Rodan? There you go. The back of the box is hilarious too. I'm just gonna read this blurb really quick. First of all, gotta love the stolen fan art down here. Second, panic and destruction. Because the nuclear test of climate anomalies caused a 90-foot-high huge monsters resurrected the New York into chaos. Scientists, journalists, television cameramen, soldiers, and the insurance company inspectors combined against it because it causes panic and destruction is too big. If not stop, it went all will become ruins. Cinema. Okay, so these are just bootlegs of the movie monster series Godzilla 2002, but what I really wanted to talk about was this. Why? Why'd you give him 2 heads? What am I looking at? Alright, this is probably the most iconic Godzilla bootleg there is. Big fella. Big fella. We got a Space Godzilla variant, which is not really Space Godzilla because it's just blue. And we have this one who's green and has, like, little spikes on his head for some reason. These I'd also like to talk about for a second. These are like the bootleg Godzilla Lego minifigures. I actually have a couple of these. You can see them in some of my videos. You know, like on my collection tour one that I did like a year or 2 back. Yeah, I have a couple of these. I don't have all of them, but I do own a few. I didn't know they made this many. I remember seeing this King Ghidorah in a video and really wanting it. because I thought that was like, oh, Lego King Ghidorah, that's like the coolest thing ever. I didn't know they made these. That doesn't really look like Scar King at all, but far too buff. But yeah, these are pretty interesting. I always wanted Lego Godzilla sets. These are awesome. Oh my gosh. I didn't know they made Lego Kiryu. Yeah, I might have to find some of these. These look awesome. Okay, this is also something I wanted to talk about really quick. So, like, around 2019, I want to say? They did, like, eBay listings and, like, AliExpress listings started, popping up for this thing. It's like a bootleg SH Monster Arts Showa King Ghidorah. And, like, people were wondering, like, wow, this looks official. This is really, really good for a bootleg. And rumors started popping up that this was, like, some kind of, like, it's got a King of the Monsters Ghidorah box there for some reason. People were starting to wonder, like, if this was, like, some kind of stolen prototype for an official Monster Arts Showa King Ghidorah that never saw release. Which is kind of funny to say now, because we do actually have a Showa Ghidorah from Monster Arts now, from Godzilla vs. Gigan. I remember this started making the rounds in the community last year. This was like a bootleg of the NECA Godzilla 2019 with like the Godzilla Evolved colors, and people were like, oh my gosh, it's a Godzilla Evolved figure! It came out before the Monster Arts with the Haya! Like, first of all, this isn't even Godzilla Evolved. This is just the 2019 design on Pepto-Bismol. It's not even the act, like how he actually looks in the movie. And second, I guarantee you, this thing feels like garbage. This thing is probably made of the cheapest plastic known to man. So no, it's not an alternative for any official figures. It's still pretty funny that this came out, but why does it say Shin Godzilla on the box? Okay, it's pretty funny that this came out, and I would get it, like, ironically, but I would not ever buy this as, like, an official replacement for, like, an actual Godzilla Evolved figure. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this either. I haven't seen this before, but yeah, Battle Godzilla. He's got Kiryu armor for some reason. He's got the Kiryu arm things and the backpack. Kind of reminds me of that Titan Tech Godzilla figure we got a couple years back. Okay, so these are like third-party model kits for a few MonsterVerse kaiju that hadn't really gotten figures up to that point. Here's the Mutos from 2014, which now we have a Haya figure of the female Muto. I don't know when we're gonna get one of the male, but I'm sure it won't be too much longer. We got Behemoth, which is also getting a Haya figure, and Methuselah, which unfortunately, due to legal stuff, if you know the Methuselah, like if you know, you know, the whole situation with Methuselah. But yeah, this is probably gonna be like the only figure we ever get of Methuselah, unfortunately. Okay, if you know me in my personal life, you'll know I love Kiryu, so, yeah, I didn't know this existed, like a Kiryu Lego set. This is awesome. I want 7. And I also wanted to talk about, Xenozilla and Predacon. So, these are like Mexican bootleg figures of Xenomorph Godzilla and, Predator Kong. And I gotta say, these are pretty neat, actually. These are pretty neat. I'm not gonna lie. These are kinda neat. Okay, and since we're wrapping up with the figures here, I wanted to save the best for last. Days Troy! You gets embarrassed again. Yeah, like, on the surface, this isn't a very interesting bootleg. It's just a crappy version of the movie monster series Destoroyah. It's the text here on this advertisement that's hilarious. Days Troy. Not Destoroyah. Days Troy. Days Troy Nation rise up. Days Troy from the Monsterverse. Okay, now if you've ever seen that Godzilla inflatable costume, or like that T-Rex one that was all over the internet several years ago, yeah, these are kind of like those. We got Kiryu, who looks ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. We got this Godzilla who looks like he got hit with the Joker's laughing gas. We got King Ghidorah, which honestly, Doesn't look too bad, I'm not gonna lie. Got another Godzilla. This Godzilla, who looks like a Funko Pop. Same with that one. Another Godzilla of some kind. His tail is really, really long. We got Gigan! I didn't know they made a Gigan. This is kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. They don't have the chest buzzsaw, but honestly, this is pretty accurate for a Gigan costume. That's not bad. Oh, they gotta show him Mechagodzilla. Okay. Yeah, these are kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. We got some MonsterVerse Godzillas. This is a very strange image. It's like the Council of Godzillas or something. We got a Shimo, or at least I think that's supposed to be Shimo. It kind of looks like Godzilla 98. But I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Shimo. Okay, now I just wanted to end this video since it's already getting long enough. I wanted to end this video with this beautiful work of art. This is some kind of, like, fake Chinese Godzilla DVD. It's for some Godzilla movie. I don't know what it is. It's an unidentified film, the site says. This is supposed to be Destroya, or like a butchered, maimed version of him. You know, it's got Destroya parts, but I don't know what happened here. That's what makes me think it's supposed to be Godzilla vs. Destroya. But no, the reason why nobody knows what this is supposed to be is, it's got so many, like, pictures of different Godzilla films. The thing I want to talk about is the description on the box, because the description doesn't give us any sort of, idea of what Godzilla movie it's supposed to be, because it's not a Godzilla movie. The description on the box says, it's a description for Rugrats in Paris. Based on the popular TV series Rugrats, this animated movies, Rugrats in Paris the movie, features a group of outspoken toddlers who, by chance, get to travel to Paris. As the story goes, Chuck E. wants a new mother and can think of nothing else, but when the father of his pal Tommy gets assigned to go to Paris on business, and it just ends there. This is ridiculous. It's in broken English. It's Rugrats in Paris. Like, I would love to know what's on the disc for this thing. This is probably the only one in existence of these, honestly. So we will probably never know. This is one of life's greatest mysteries. Honestly, I think this should be classified as one of the wonders of the world. Well, that's about all I wanted to talk about here. I hope this video ended up being way longer than I thought. I got like almost 30 minutes of footage out of this video. Pain. I'm gonna have to edit through all of that and hope I can even export it, because I do not have the storage for this stuff. So, Lord willing, I can get this video out. I hope you enjoyed my crazed ramblings about Godzilla bootleg merchandise, and hopefully, Lord willing, in the next couple of days, I can have a real video out that's not garbage. That's about all I wanted to say. Catch you guys next time. Peace.